If you're a landlord, you're going to want to watch this video as we discuss the benefits of having renter's insurance and whether you should have it or not. I'm Holly McKhann, local realtor in South Orange County, and I've worked with many buyers, sellers, and investors alike. I myself am a real estate investor and landlord and have been for almost 16 years. My husband and I have done over 250 fix and flip properties, and we currently have 8 rental doors between a fourplex, a triplex, and a mobile home. So I've had many more properties in the past. We've sold a lot when we were able to sell them with no tax consequences because we had some tax losses. And if you're ever in a situation where you want to know how to sell without paying capital gains taxes, I've got great ideas and solutions for you. But back onto the theme of this video, renter's insurance. Most landlords don't think about this or even require their renters to have their own insurance, but it is a huge benefit and it really doesn't cost the renters that much money. Often for about $200 a year, they can get one of these policies. I'm going to tell you what it generally does cover. Of course, you've got to read their individual policy, but there's great benefit to them, and it helps take some of the burden off of you as a landlord when bad things happen. So renter's insurance does cover personal items such as TVs, computers, clothing, household goods, kitchen items, that kind of thing, due to fire, theft, vandalism, or water damage. The insurance company will likely reimburse them for those losses. Liability. Liability is an often hot topic, especially in our state of California, where there are very many litigious tenants and other people running around. So although your landlord's liability insurance covers claims up to the limits of the policy, when someone gets hurt on your property or sues you, it's advantageous to you that the renter's insurance covers personal injury and possible property damage the renter may cause. The minimum coverage should be $100,000. Loss of use is another opportunity to have the renter get reimbursed in the event that this happens. So if the renter needs to move out for some kind of repairs, which the most common thing I hear of around here is mold and water damage. So if they have to move out, the loss of use part of the policy will cover the cost of temporary relocation, including hotel and meals, while the property is being repaired. That is a huge benefit. When I was representing an investor just last summer, they had to do some termite tenting before they could sell the property. So the investor, the landlord, the owner, she had to pay for the cost of hotels for, I think we had to get 4 rooms. Even though she owned a triplex, one of the units had 2 different couples living in it. So she had to purchase 4 hotel rooms for 2 nights during termite tenting. If she had required them to have renter's insurance, then it likely would have covered that instead of her having to come out of pocket for that. What does renter's insurance not cover? Typically, it does not cover earthquake and flood damage. This is usually covered by landlord's policies. However, it may be available to a renter's policy as well. Roommates. Renter's insurance typically cannot be shared or cover more than one individual. So if you have multiple people living in your property, you would most likely want to have each of them have their own tenant insurance, renter's insurance. Personal property value. It limits the coverage for expensive jewelry, art, and valuables. Your renter, of course, can buy a separate policy for those items. Keep in mind that not all renter's insurance policies are the same. So read the policy and make sure you know what it covers and make sure you're comfortable with that. And once you require your tenant to get this, I would also put on your calendar every year as it expires to make sure they send you the updated policy. So there's some tips on why it's important to have your tenants get renter's insurance coverage. And if you have any other questions about yourself being a landlord, about your tenants, about whether you can get people out or not, because we definitely have some new rules here in 2024 that make it pretty difficult to ask tenants to leave, especially if they're paying in a timely manner and following the rules. But give me a call or text or email. All my contact info is below, and make sure you subscribe for more great real estate investing and regular real estate information, tips, and videos.